probably like kind of day greasy, which is pretty greasy. It's pretty oily. I miss the days before my mind got shot because of a boy problem. Yeah. Problem was that he was a decent man. He really was. Like he even left lesbians alone. He was such a good man. He was such a forgotter. And I also forgot him and right? Right. And we were together and then Coral was made. And that's awesome. So awesome. And Coral is so nice to her friends. And I'm like, just remember he's a little young even though they're your friends. Trying to teach her, but she screams, yeah, because she's only 6. This show was a hidden teacher that I got to meet her. It's called What You Missed in History Class. It's on Netflix. Is it on Netflix? It is. It's on Netflix. Stuff You Missed in History Class. Great the Bonds earthquake of 1755 that made women be able to have multiple births. I didn't miss. I read the whole fucking text, but I should have been on your show. It was a secret teacher show, and I was a student teacher. Teacher, yo. What are they called? I was a tutor. For not very many people. A lot of people. The most people at once, but not really. I didn't like have after school or anything really. Then I went to the YAP program downtown. Was there for a little bit. I don't remember. Time was flying because Owen's life was passing by. And he was still like basically a normal guy at that point. Then a student made out with him and got cancer on her lips. It was a lot of drama. They wanted me to stay, but I couldn't stay because I had to walk to work because Owen's mom was working at the time. And she had the car because I let her. Like she wasn't putting up a fight about it. She's like, oh, you're going to have the car. I guess I'll quit my job. And I was like, no, I can walk. And then it just got too hard because I was fed so well. And I didn't know that I was not fed like everybody else because I'm a small person. I can't pack the weight. It pinches my muscle and my guts like it is right now. It's a pinch in them guts for the bloody blood and they're on a show. Just like the only guy that understood that I'm always forced to lie about myself. I can't breathe properly either because it's a pinch right underneath on this side, underneath the fold, like right there. Yeah. So I'm chilling in my room being a geek. Finally, there's something to be a geek about. I watched Who Was It Anyway? I didn't absorb it like you'd think. No. I don't know what the fuck it is. Probably just a pinch in my abdomen that's making it hard to focus. But I'm buying a book to read. Yes. I forget what it's called. Might be the Sailor Moon box trilogy 1 to 6. It might be manga. I don't know why. Does that make me a nerd? It could. I'm a trilogy, man. I'm a fucking trilogy. My girlfriend had a baby too when she was like 16. And then she's like, I just can't help it. I severely fucking love you. And she's like, I want to understand because I'm going to remember. And it might tug me backwards. And well, she was really grumpy when I showed up the one night. Everyone knows who it is by this point, right? No. But I love her to bits. And her friends, I love you too. And I was so mean yesterday again. What the fuck is with that? Like, I don't tell the whole story. Like, no, the things that were said. There's a whole story and a whole story from the thing. And the thing is that our friend Devin was beaten by his stepmom with a whip. and he got cancer, and he's really sick, and he's a community guy, and he's really healthy, and he's fun. He's good for the youth. He's a positive manner. He's a good guy. And it's like, okay, well, then somebody breaks a fucking A-jack by somebody's head and breaks the aluminum alloy into the fucking person and causes fucking brain tumor. And I didn't know how to handle it. And I told him that the entire time. I do not know how to talk to you about this. But there was an assault, and they put it on fucking TikTok. Like, we're ever gonna find it. We're probably never gonna find it, but the cops might. If I have money. You don't deserve that. You're beaten until you're sick too. You didn't even have flying chance. You're just a kid. And I love him so much, I miss him too. But we're so like, she bought a horse off of me, technically. Dawn Dawn does the travel with the horses and the nurture for the horses to mate and all that stuff. She's the ranch hand. She bought a fucking horse off of me. And one night, I guess Logan wanted to go see Colleen out in Salmon Valley, so he dropped me off at her place. And she was stunned to see me in short hair and like how curly it is. And she's like, you can't possibly have short hair. I was like, I know, right? I tried to tell people and I got assaulted, right? So my hair was fucked. So I had to cut it lots and take chemo to get the burn off my scalp. And it made my acne really bad. And I was like, butt ugly, whatever. I was with a boy at the time. I was having a baby. Who cares? Men don't count that much. You want to be pretty for your lady. Right? That's just how it works if you understand history. We've always been gay. Lots of us. Yeah. But it's true, right? The assaults are true. And they're trying to make me hate you because, like, Amanda Williamson didn't go work at Northern Health to make Amber have to buy somebody else a vacation and not herself. Because Amanda would have had to give me a vacation and I would have taken care of her son. She's a stubborn horse. She took care of her own son by herself. That's how they think, you people. And you live amongst them? I don't. I have this cute neighbor who's a lot older than me, and she looks younger than me. She doesn't have a birthmark on her face, and I swear to God, I'm not cheating. When I was younger, though, I was like just starting high school, and I made that coffee mate bread. It's not coffee mate, but it tastes like it's so creamy and like yummy and like rich, just like coffee mate. And she was making fun of me, and I like people like that. She still lives here, and she had a big problem with a gang raid in her house out here. So there's lots of police out here for that. And then my Auntie Tina was sick. Lots of police out here for that. I was sick. Logan was sick. Dad was sick. Mom was sick. So tons of fucking police out here for us. Yeah, I was really fucking sick. I had a seizure. As far as I remember, I have a hard time. When I'm really, really happy, I don't remember. It's like, you should just be here. But then it's like, no, you shouldn't be here. You know what? Like, I'm stressed out. My armpits stink. I don't know. Like, I put deodorant on. They smell good. You don't have to be here. But, like, yeah, I want you to be here. Through it all. The drool on my hoodie in the morning. The fucking immense amount of dog hair, and the dog can't even make it down the stairs. So he doesn't come up. Or better yet, make a tiny escape. We should make a tiny escape. Mm-hmm. If the family could all just like agree, we could rent to buy a house together. Well, amongst them. But I think like other people have to do it too, so amongst them. And we could just get fruits and vegetables from the garden, and like everyone could pitch in so we could buy a fucking house. It's getting really bad, isn't it? It's $800. It was $640. It was like $639 a month when I like before I got pregnant, and now it's $800 for one that doesn't even have a bedroom. It's just an open thing and a bathroom and a kitchenette. You're only allowed one person in it. Unless you like made an agreement with the manager. That's really hard to do. Nobody ever cares about each other because like Most of them don't even think right. My cousin runs, well, she used to run Hammond Towers, and she thinks pretty okay. That's why she's a manager of a big, tall tower of apartments. Yeah, I know what happens to you. People die. There's feeling of loss. You don't want to judge me or anyone. That you feel lonely. Blah, blah, blah. It was hard to see Owen die. Because he was actually a nice man, but I still didn't really want him. How could I? It's on my autonomy. But at the same time, thanks for the baby. She's like, I know my dad's dead, but I don't even think about it. Like, I don't even think I have a dad. I think it's you, and I think you rock. I was like, you didn't scream. She's like, I didn't scream. I was like, yeah. And she's like, oh my God. His mom knew how to hold the needle to get me to have a female. Thanks for not thinking I'm a creep, for real. Why are you creeping around here? Creeping? I gotta blow my nose. I was like, oh, when he realized, he's like, of course I do. I was like that. If your boyfriend didn't die, and if you were both alive, the baby wouldn't happen. And you'd have to pay me for all the fucking knowledge I gave you and time I spent exercising you properly to get you healthy as possible for your exam. He's like, yup. And I don't care because I'm a fucking in-hand billionaire. I was like, yeah. It's so funny. I was like, fuck you. Yeah, I was like, yeah, you definitely have more to spend because you're modeling and have acne. They invited me in, remember? He's like, they invited me in, remember? I was like, they did. They asked me if I wanted to be a model. I was looking good and I didn't have I had such bad acne that they were like, oh, when I uncovered it because I was doing the spot treatment with Cover Up. And I was like, no, it's too bad. I was like, okay. We're in a friendship. Friendship rules the pavement. It was something like that for the skate shop. Yeah. Friendship rules the pavement. But other than that, like making like thousands of dollars modeling, I couldn't. It was a short while. I'd sneak over to Sarah's friend's place. I don't know how to sneak, but kind of. They tell them not to follow because it scares girls, right? Like, don't keep an eye on me. I'll be okay. It's a dangerous road, but I'll go. And he would be like, okay, friend to friend. And like, we're all just really friends, but like, I die without Sarah. And when I think she's dead, like, I'm going into shock. I don't feel happy. Like, she is my motor. Yeah. That's why I'm trying to watch this. So I just start talking about her because it reminds me about her. But I love her, and she's so hot. They do it to us still. Europeanized. English is still native. That's why I'm going to say they hate me and come at me. I just say, don't hit too hard. I have broken hips. Cops. The English ones. It's like English. English, they're natives. Yeah. And then it's like, what are you? French. They always have too long tongues for a face. Most of the time. Typically. And there's my brother who is. He's got 2 learning disabilities. He almost got 3, and that's why I had to do surgery. So I'm isolated. Yeah, I don't have anyone to talk to. It's like, bloop, 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 I'm almost. I think that's how people thought of oral sex in high school. It's so bad. Show up. Show up. Fucking people. Fucking looters lighting shit on fire, trying to prove that we're Europeanized again. I swear to God, they did it. I don't know. I haven't talked to a cop about it. What happened to the First Avenue Bottle Depot and the Nuka Lake Community Hall, and there's others. But they were doing that again at work. They don't know what to think. It's really sad. They want to learn how to think, but they'll just be evil geniuses. Because they manipulated how to listen to us and retain our information without actually knowing how to learn. You can't help them. Sorry. They just grow up to die. You know, it used to break my heart. Now my heart's broken. And when I say that, what I mean is, no, I learned better. That's so bad. Don't fucking help them, people. I learned that in high school, way before high school, actually. Gita warned me because he didn't want me to get kidnapped. He taught me things ahead of time. Then I'd read the book and do the lesson and the exam later. Oh, God. I haven't messaged Nathan in a while. I probably should. Well, there's no threats now. There's never any threats. I need to have a baby or I was going to die. I was in really rough condition, and I remember I banged my head in the hospital too. And I remember more recently, after I stopped banging my head, but my head still hurt from every time I'd collapse like that. Like when I was on the road to health, and this guy came in and stabbed one of the patients to death. And my family tried to kill me about it. Yeah. They went to a health prison because that's fuck crazy. Like they always say, close the fucking elevator. You can't fucking do that because it's like an isolation trap. It's like coddling a baby too fucking far. I got surgery where they could open the door too, and they fucking metal blanketed themselves and went over top of me and the baby from a shooter. And he got shot and it broke his ribs really bad. And then I'm sitting there fat as fuck, still naked as fuck. Anesthesia, putting his ribs back into place and injecting them to kind of stay there for remotely the good part. Yeah, and my baby's crying for me. And then I had to go take a nap, and she's still crying for me. I woke up and her abs were like diminished, and she was scrawny. And it wasn't that long. It's just that's how fast babies fade. And then she's always like being strong. Thank God. It'd kill me if she was crying. You have to go to boarding school, sweetheart. I did too. I never played with dolls because I was at, you know, it was once in a while with the younger sisters. I play dolls because you're allowed to nurture a baby, but you're not allowed to nurture yourself. In those days, because of the type of babies that were being born. Like Coral, we're a bit different. There's no way you could be a Japanese twin. And I know this, and I love that. And that's why I feel like I'm sitting with a friend. I was sleeping last time. Yeah. I fell asleep sitting there, probably with my eyes partly open. They're always just partly open. But, yeah. So I downloaded this game where you like, there's a big jar in the middle, and there's all these jars. It's an ASMR game, and then you pour until all the colors they're not like this. They're all the same. I picked that to play when we're hanging out, just so I don't fall asleep. That's scary. The thing about my eyes is that they're good eyes, but I'm buying, if they don't sell out, the corrective lenses for color blindness, just to make sure I don't go colorblind. And reading glasses and the Sailor Moon box set of manga, so books. But I've never had my eyes like push on. I've never been injured that way. See, they kind of tilt. Yours should too, but a lot of people's don't, right? And they think that your eyes are correct and that mine are weird. So they're wrong again. That's what we're dealing with. I'm really tired. I don't think we should have to discuss what the plan is. So I'm trying to boost you a little bit, especially Sarah, because it's hard to be lonely and with your thought that's correct. Mm-hmm. I know you're thinking correct. I just want to nurture a little bit. Nature nurture. Yeah, my skin's getting so much better. But I always have a birthmark in between my eyebrows. And I'm just glad you're not dead and that you can drive. That's good. To say that I can drive, of course I can. But, yeah. I need to fucking read. I know I need to fucking read. It's $100 for this book set. So there goes $100, whatever. Look at all the shit around my room. It all costs close to $100. Every single fucking item in this room. Kind of an expensive girl. It's like, okay, $100. When I was thinking about saving money again to do something. I own half of Sarah's vehicle. And last time I talked to her, she didn't want to move out of her mom's place because her mom was sleepwalking. I was like, yeah, I can't move out of my place either. The police and cops said, just in case like an ambulance needs to be called, like just more, because Logan's kind of down and out, but not really. Dad's kind of down and out, but not really. Mom is getting better, but she's still down and out. And I'm okay, but even with me, sometimes you might want to. But, like, I just want to buy another fucking house for me this time. For me. For me. But why? My parents are going to live for fucking ever. Plus, they started eating healthy for real for the first time, like, in my life. It was always me. Melissa would chug the kefir. My dad was like, "You're killing your sister." I was like, "It's kefir. It's just sour milk that's really full of good bacteria." And he's like, "Oh, like you need to drink that." He's like, "Not if it acts like that. Her stomach gurgles and shit." I'm like, "Melissa's really sick. She needs a lot of good bacteria." Oh, you're not mad? I'm not mad. Me and my sister have never had a fucking fight in our lives. It was that fucking snot-nosed little bastard that was living here, tiring you out and manipulating you, and plus you don't eat healthy enough. I don't know what the fuck is with my body. It's the light mostly. Like if I'm pale, I look like a fucking pudgeruno. Whatever the fuck. But I'm not actually. I'm like almost as, but obviously have been resting a lot because that fucking pinch in my abdomen. It's a lot to do with posture. I just fit the bad posture, and my posture sometimes perks up, and that's all it's supposed to do. Because I'm CIA, I would sit like this. Like nationality, I'm CIA. I do all kinds of shit. They hired me as pilot for this drug war. And I can smoke pot, but I don't. I can smoke cigarettes, but I don't typically. And I can vape, and I can drink alcohol, but I don't typically anymore. Yeah. If you have had alcohol in the past 2 weeks, you have to chug a 2-6 before you start flying the plane. Like, alcohol is good. I just don't have money for it, so I'm not doing it anymore. That's the only reason.